Hello, beautiful creatives. It's Michelle with Inner Journey Studios. And I am back with some more pumpkin painting today. I am loving this. We've been painting pumpkins all month long. Today is my last one for the month of October. So this is the third one that you're getting. If you are on my public pages or my group or on YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, and my free private group, Mixed Media Art Journaling with Michelle. This is your third one this month and the last. If you haven't seen the other two, let me know in the comments. Just say pumpkins, please, and I will get those other videos to you that are on my site. You can also scroll through and find them in my oh my goodness, y'all, listen, give me a second here. This girl needs coffee. I need coffee to get going today. My brain is just like not catching up with my mouth yet. So give me a second. I'm going to take a sip. Take a sip also if you've got your coffee. Let's all have coffee together. We'll have some coffee and chat. All right, let's see if that helps kickstart my brain. Hello, thank you for being here. Okay, we're going to try this again. I have several videos from this month. This will be the third one for pumpkins. If you haven't seen them or you're wanting to see them, just put pumpkins, please, in the comments, and I will make sure that you can see them. Whether you're on YouTube, on my Facebook page, or in my Facebook group. And if you're not sure where you are, it doesn't matter. As long as you put pumpkins, please, I will find you. So today we're going to do something a little different. I've been working in my art journal most of this month. Actually, I think all month. I think everything's been in my art journal. But today I thought it'd be fun, excuse me, to do a little home decor. So this was something I picked up at my local dollar store, or $1.25 store, as we like to joke now, but still a great deal. You know, it's just a fun little pumpkin, little decor, and I love the sections on it. It came with a cute little bow here that I may or may not keep. We'll see. But I've been trying to think what to do with it, and then I saw this cute, it's called a wallpaper. A peel and stick removable wallpaper end. See, it's fashionable. It says so right on the packaging, so it must be true. But I thought this was so cute, and I thought, oh, that could be a lot of fun. My decor in my house is a lot of blues. We have kind of a beachy vibe going on, so I thought with the blues on there, that would be fun. So what I'm going to be doing today, what you'll need if you're playing along, is a wooden pumpkin of some sort. This has the sections on it, which I'll be working with, but you could have just a plain pumpkin and do something similar. A peel and stick, any design you want of a sticker. It could be a shelf liner, or you could even do the clear or the white shelf liner. That's the peel and stick, and paint it however you want. That would be really cute too. But I'm using the store-bought one. And then you'll need some paint that goes with it, and brushes and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get painting. All right, here we are. Get you set up. How fun is this? I love it. Okay, so I want to start, before I do anything else, I want to get these cut out. I've been trying to figure out how to do this. So I think all I'm going to do is just kind of figure out where I want it. You know, and you can play around a little bit. I think I want this for this one right here. And I think I can just crease it maybe. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Right along the edge of it. And all I'm doing is pushing down with my finger to get it to crease along the edge. I don't know if you can hear it. My my little tray over here is clanking away. Okay, so I am just creasing. I'm not sure this is noticeable. Hey, Tina, how are you? Krista, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. If anybody's interested in beautiful watercolor painting, go check Krista's site out. She has beautiful watercolors that she does. She says, I just painted a bunch of these for holiday markets. Oh, fun. That's awesome. Always a yes, always a tray to clank when you are working. Oh, isn't that true? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and seriously, I'm not sure I have scissors up here. I had them, and now I'm not sure I see them. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry about that. Never a dull moment. Let me just grab a pair. I will be right back. Thank you. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, guys. I really have not had enough coffee yet today for this. Hello, I'm back. My little one. Oh, thank you, Gwendolyn, to save the day. Thank you, Gwendolyn. I can always count on her. So I'm just going to go ahead on my crease. I'm going to cut this out. Yeah, I don't know how you do in the mornings. First of all, I'm just not generally a morning person. It's a thing. You can say it's not. It's a thing. Some of us are, some of us aren't. I am definitely not. And then I was up fighting with my serger last night. We were having disagreements on what we thought it should be able to do, like its job. And it was not wanting to cooperate. So we were having some disagreements on that well into the night because, of course, I had something I was needing to do, a project for my older daughter who needed it for today. So we were at ends, the serger and I. And I finally got it to do mostly what I wanted it to do, but I was up way too late fighting with it. So I don't know if any of you can relate to that. I love all my crafting stuff, and sometimes it just does not work as advertised. So now I'm up early for me. I know some of you are up way early in the morning, way early in the morning. And I think you are amazing, and that is not me. So I am still trying to get my brain to work. All right, this fits pretty well. It's a little off, but we're going to paint it first before oh no, if I put it on the right way, it's perfect-ish. And that's good enough for me. Look how cute that's going to look. Isn't that fun? All right, I'm going to set that aside. Let me do the other two. Oh no, I'm so sorry that you have a sick kid, Tina. That is no fun. Oh, poor baby and poor mama. Listen, all you moms out there, let's give Tina a little love, because the kids always get all the attention for being sick, and the moms who do all the work around it, because it's hard when our kids are sick. Let's give Tina a little love and send a little love to her daughter, and hopefully she's feeling better soon. Or I don't know if it's her daughter, to her 10-year-old child. But yeah, so always a tray to clank when you're working. And let's everybody give Gwendolyn, my daughter, a little love also for saving the day and bringing me scissors. She is the best. I'm so happy. I know I went to get them out of my clanking tray, and I was like, oh, snap. I took those out the other day because I went to an in-person workshop and I needed scissors, and I took them out. So they are down. I knew right away. I was like, darn, my scissors are downstairs in my tote bag, because I have not brought them back up yet. This is why, there's so many reasons why. This is one of the reasons why my house gets so cluttered, y'all, is I know you're supposed to put stuff away like right away. And I think that's a great idea. Like in theory, I love that. But I get distracted super easy. Anybody else relate to that? Oh, Amelia. That's right. You have only girls. That's right. I couldn't remember. I remember now. Um, so yeah, I don't always get things put away right away. My brain tends to go pretty fast, and I'm doing another project before I even finish the first one. So sometimes I don't get my stuff put away. And that means sometimes I don't have my scissors upstairs when I'm on a live. No bueno for that. But Gwendolyn saved the day. All right. So what is everybody up to today? We're getting that time of year. Do we have any Halloween parties we're going to? Any trunk or treats? Any fun stuff like that? Gwendolyn has her first dance tonight. She's going to a fall ball. So it wasn't her project last night, but a couple days ago, I hemmed her dress with the serger. It worked fine with the rolled hem. But when I tried doing the four thread overlock last night for Sophia's t-shirt, it was not playing nice. We will just say that. Now, I love saving all these pieces because these work great in my art journal. So, don't throw these away. Well, you can throw them away. This is, again, another reason why my house is often a bit of a mess as I save all this stuff, but I'm going to save it anyway. I now have a storage system for my papers and stuff, so I'm super excited about that. It's not completely done. Another reason. That's reason number 3, why my house is often a mess. I start projects and don't always get them done right away. But I will eventually. Most of it's done. So I spent like several days gathering all the bits and pieces and ephemera. When you do art journaling and a lot of arts and crafts and stuff, you can accumulate a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of things, a lot of baubles and odds and ends. And for me, it manifests into a lot of paper because I do a lot of collaging and I paint a lot of my own collage papers and whatnot. And then people will give me papers. I have papers from Japan and Italy and, all over the place. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I spent like a week gathering because I had them all over in different places. And I was like, this is not even usable. Like, I cannot find anything I need ever. So I have a new paper storage system. So when I'm done today, even these aren't necessarily paper, it's stickers. I'm not going to split hairs over that. To me, this is going to be paper, and it's going in my paper storage because this is the kind of stuff I would use for collage. So now you know my story. Now you know my organizing story. And that is just how we roll. I hope I cut this out right. Oh, we'll find out soon enough. So this, taking this and putting it right on the pumpkin and just pushing down with my finger to get the crease is working really well for me. I can see it. Now, if you can't see it well, I would do it on the back side, but you could always put some, like a marker, a pen, where that crease is to help you be able to see it better. Oh yeah, this is fine. Perfect. All right, so I've got my 3 pieces. I've got my extra stuff that we'll set aside. We'll put Gwendolyn's scissors aside. I'm going to go ahead and take the stuff off of it, and I'll probably put it back on later. I love that it has the jute already on it. I know it's not a big deal. Jute's pretty cheap, so I can buy it, but I like that it has like everything I need already on it, ready to go. All right. I'm going to take this off so I can paint it easier. It is glued on there pretty well. There we go. We'll just pull it off. I may or may not use that one at the end, but we will set it aside. So now I want to keep this simple today. This is like for those times when you want a quick and fast and super simple something to decorate with. This would be cute on a mantle. You could hang it behind a wreath. You could hang it on its own, prop it up on a wall. You know, so many different things you could do with this. Oh no, Tina, you just found, ooh, puppy messes. Yeah, I get kitty. We have a dog also. So we get dog and cat messes. But that's the worst when you find them dried up later. It's like, ooh, ick. It's only the worst, except the worst is when you find them fresh. Like both are the worst. It's just gross. Messes are gross. All right. So I feel for you on that, girl. Okay. So let me grab my paints. I've got tons of paints here. And let's see. I want to go with a blue. So I feel like that's going to be a little too seafoam green. I feel like I need more of a blue. I'm not loving that, but with some white that might work. Maybe if I do a little, oh, you know what? I wonder if, I bet if phthalo green. I have a friend of mine who's a chemist and she's the best. She's always sending me messages on how to pronounce the stuff I can't pronounce, you know, the chemical stuff, because it's what she works with all day. And I'll remember it for like 5 minutes. And then, you know, I come back on and I'm like, what was that again? Phthalo, some kind of blue. All right. I think I'm probably going to go with the phthalo green. I said blue, but I meant green. The phthalo green. Although I wonder if we should have glitter too. Okay. Y'all, welcome to my brain. It's like, we should do this. Oh, wait, let's do this too. It's bouncing around. All right, I'm going to try some of that as well. And I might mix something else. So we will just see how it goes. So here's a little pro tip for y'all. I have one of these plastic trays. Sometimes I use styrofoam plates and I use all kinds of different stuff for my art. But right now I've been excited to use this. And what I do is I put some peel and stick plastic wrap on it. So it's the kind that it's actually called peel and stick. I think that's what it is. I usually have it right here. Not my best day. I can't find anything today. My scissors are gone. My peel and stick is somewhere around here. I've had better organized days, but you get the idea. So I just put it on here. And then when I'm done, I can pull it off and I don't have to wash my tray. Because if you've ever done, if you've ever tried to rinse these kind of things off, it can be a real pain. Okay, so let's see what we have going on here with some of these colors. Pretty sure that was this one. And then let's add a little white to it. So color mixing, I know a lot of times people are intimidated by doing color mixing. It's like, oh no, you know, that's going to be hard. But it really is just playing around, you know, having an idea of what you want for your color and then just playing around with it a little bit. And the more you do it, like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I like both of these. I don't know if I'll use them, but let's do a little color mixing and see what we come up with. So I kind of like that. I think that could offset that nicely. And then I'm just going to leave the color on because I'm not mixing that precise. Let's add a little of the phthalo green. Maybe a little more white on that. Those are pretty close, but this has a little more green to it. I think I like the blue one better. So that is good to know. And then I feel like I want it darken just a bit. Try. I'm going to use the littlest touch of some red in there to see if I can tone that down a little bit. Red is a very concentrated color, so you definitely don't want to use much of it. Yeah, I like that. That tones it down just enough so it's not quite so intense. So I'm going to take some more. This one, I'm actually using the Mermaid's Tail. I'm gonna use quite a bit by Deco Art. And you can see I mix my paints as long as they're acrylic or water-based, I mix them. So this is like a painting painter, an artist painting acrylic, and this is a crafting acrylic. I mix them. I use them both. So I don't discriminate with that. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's add some more white in here. Add quite a bit more white. Do you mix your own paints, or do you look for the color you need and buy it that way? And there's no right or wrong. I'm always curious to know, because some people are like, no, I will only mix my own. Like they're like, they do not buy, like the crafting paints and that, which is totally fine. Depending on what kind of art you do, it might be more important to use artist paints or ones that you have to mix yourself. So there's totally valid reasons for doing both. I'm just always curious to hear what people use. Most of the artists I know do a combination. Some people don't. Like, I didn't mix my own colors for years. Let's have a real conversation here. I truly did not. I was very intimidated about mixing my own colors. Because it just seemed like this magic. I would watch other artists do it, and I'm not kidding you, y'all. They were like magical. They would just put a little of this, a little of that, and all of a sudden, they had this amazing color mix. And it's like, how in the world did you do that? And it seemed very complicated and very overwhelming. And then I decided to just learn. And I took some classes and I paid more attention. And what I found is color mixing actually is not hard. You just have to learn a little bit about color and how it plays together. It's just like kids, right? We learn who plays well with who and who doesn't. And, we get different spiciness depending on who we put together. And mixing paint is the same way. Now, obviously easier if you can pull it right out of the bottle, because then you don't have to take the time to do it. But I enjoy mixing my own. And what we're doing here today is just a very basic mix. We're taking one color. I'm making a mess of this. You should be able to do it in a smaller amount. I'm like taking up the whole space. I can already hear one of my art teachers would be like, stop that. You're taking up too much space. But that's how I roll, y'all. And then I'm just adding a touch, because this has a little bit of green in it. I went with the red, which is complementary. It's opposite on the color wheel, to tone it down a little bit. And that gives us, it's not matching any of those. These are definitely a moodier color, but I wanted something a little brighter. And I think this will work. And if not, the best thing is that with paint, we can always paint over it. So let's see how this works. And then we're definitely going to have to use some glitter. I'm so excited. I remembered the glitter. I love glitter. All right. Taking some more coffee. Oh, I am going to paint up here. I don't necessarily have to, because I'm going to be gluing it. But that way, if I have any edges that, don't get covered, and really I don't need to do all of it, but I'm going to. And then I'm making sure to get the sides of this, because I want it to be covered completely. This has glue on it right there, so it's going to be a little wonky, but not too bad. Let's get this down a little bit. There we go. Oh, I've got that perfect covered, don't I? Let's switch this. Hold on. We'll move this a little bit. I'm readjusting so that hopefully you can see it. I realized that my picture was covering the pumpkin, so maybe it wasn't as easy to see. All right, so we're just gonna paint this all up, making sure to get in all the nooks and crannies. Like I said, there's a little blob here from the glue. I'm not gonna worry about that because we'll put a bow or something over that when we're done again. I want to get these tops first because I want them to dry so I can stick my other stuff on. Um, when I go to stick it on, even though it is a peel and stick, so technically it should, be fine as is. I am going to put down some adhesive to glue it down because I personally just never trust the sticker stuff ever, no matter what kind of sticker it is. I almost always, I won't say always, because then you'll see the one video where I don't, because there's got to be one. I'm losing a lot of hair today. But I always use an adhesive with my stickers, even though it says, even with washi tape and that, if I want to make sure something's going to stay and something's going to stick, I use some sort of adhesive with it. Oh my goodness, y'all, my brain just is not functioning today yet. Do you ever have those days where your brain's just like, nope, I'm not doing it? Not doing it. I will be there sort of in name only, but I am not going to be functioning. So deal with that. That's the kind of day that I'm having so far. I'm blaming it on my serger. That's all there is to it. Blaming it on my serger. Now I'm not going to do the back. You could, if you wanted to, have the back be finished, you could totally paint that. I generally don't because it's going to be against my wall. So nobody's going to see it. But the sides you will see. So I want to get those painted. And the paint I'm using today is just an inexpensive craft paint, an acrylic base. You could use anything. If you have house paint, you could use house paint, artist paints. You can use really whatever kind you want. Don't know if watercolor would work on these. This kind of thing I tend to think of more for acrylic paints, but if you like to watercolor, you could totally experiment with what that would look like on the wood. And then we're going to bring it over on the other side. Get some more paint on the brush. Just slapping it on here. Oh, hey, Cindy. Thank you. Oh, Tina. Yeah, so your brain nopes out. That's what my daughter says. She's like, I'm noping out. Nope. Yeah, my brain definitely has days where it's like, not today. Not today. We're not working today. You go ahead and do a live. I don't care how many people are watching. Not going to work, not doing it. But that's okay. We're going to get through. And it's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. All right. All right, I think we have got it. Oh no, we don't. Look at that. let me miss complete sections. That was fabulous. Okay. And I want to get in the hole. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm working my brush in there because I want to make sure that's painted as well. All right, I think we've got that. Swishing my brush in water. I'm going to set this aside because I should not need it anymore. Now, you are welcome if you want to do anything fancy. You can add like some white swishes in there, whatever, to add a little bit more something, something. But I'm not going to. I am, however, going to take my trusty blow dryer, put you on mute for a moment, and blow dry this so we can put the stickers on. All right, so the paint tends to dry pretty quickly on this, which is nice. I mean, even if you left it like this and put your cute little bow back on, I mean, even that would be cute if you just wanted a blue pumpkin, but we are going to be fancy today. And we're going to go ahead and put our stickers on. So these are the peel and stick ones that, like I said, even though it has the sticker stuff on it, I am still going to be using some of my gel medium. You could use Mod Podge if you have Mod Podge. That would work great for something like this. But I'm going to use my gel medium. I've got a silicone brush. I love these. Where's my, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I love my 1-inch silicone brush for doing matte medium because I do not then have to worry about it drying and ruining a actual paintbrush. I feel like no matter how much I try to wash my brushes after using matte medium with them, I feel like I never quite get them completely washed off and end up ruining them. I think other people may have better luck than I do, but it's good to know yourself, right? So I have found this to be a brush saver for me. For this project, I don't use a whole lot of Mod Podge. I tend to be more of a matte medium girl. You can watch any of my art journal and collage videos, and I talk extensively about it, I think, every time. So I won't go into details here, but for my art journaling, I definitely prefer the matte medium. But for arts and crafts, for something like this, if you have Mod Podge, that would work just fine too. All right, so I've got a thin layer of my adhesive down, and that's totally optional. You could just put the sticker down and it would probably stick okay. But I'm doing overkill today. So let's see here. I think this is right. Let's try to get that on as well as we can. You know what? I think it might go this way. Let's see. I think it was cut this way. All right. And see, that is why I painted the sides, because I knew that my sticker was not exact. And like, that is totally fine with me. I could not care less. But I wanted to make sure that it was fitting okay. You know, it was fitting okay. It's not what I wanted to say. Oh my goodness, Shell. That is why we painted it blue, so that you can't see that it's not fitting perfect. That is what I was trying to say. Wow. Thank you for sticking with me, those of you that are, because this is definitely this is just one of those days. We're going to go with it. Because we are still getting a craft done. So I'm pretty excited about that. How are y'all doing with your decorating? Do you decorate for fall? Do you decorate for Halloween? Do you decorate for both? I always love hearing what you're doing in your home for the holidays. I one of my friends laughed at me recently, very good-naturedly. She chuckled good-naturedly. I had read this book and then I was taking an online course on like decorating your home and making your home more homey and stuff because as much as I do a lot of art and I also do sewing and crafts and that, decorating is not my superpower, you guys. I always feel like whatever I do is a little bit just off. And I was struggling a little bit with it. So I bought a course on it. And then I had bought a book. And they were talking about, like, this was revolutionary to me. They were talking about how you decorate for the season first. So, like, you decorate for, you know, winter, spring, summer, fall. You decorate for the season first and then you layer on for a holiday versus because there's a new holiday like every flipping month, right? And that was one of those things where I went, what? Like that just totally blew my mind because I was always so overwhelmed trying to decorate for everything. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't keep up. And then I would just like shut down and not do it. And, anyway, it becomes a thing. You all might be more functional than I am, but I definitely have some moments of overwhelm in my life. So that was revolutionary to me. And I'm telling my friend this because I'm so excited about this. I'm like, oh my gosh, and this. And she goes, well, yeah, of course you do. It's like, oh yeah, of course you do. Because she's so smart and she's got such a good eye for decorating and that. And so for her, that was just obvious. For me, it was totally revolutionary. Like my whole life, my whole world was tipped upside down in that moment. I'm like, this is great. It makes so much sense now. So now I'm like obsessed with finding out how do people decorate? Like, do you decorate at all? Like some people don't decorate for anything. They might put up a tree or, a couple lights or whatever, but they don't go all out. Some people go like all out. It's amazing. Like every inch of their house, every room, their bedding, their linens, like everything gets changed out for the season. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't even hardly get my bed made most days, just, on a regular day. The thought of changing out my bedding and that, like, gives me hives a little bit. But I love the idea of it. So it's interesting to me what different people do. And it's inspiring too, because then I'm like, well, maybe I could do a little bit more. Oh, Cindy, you're moving. How exciting. I hope it's a good move for you. So you decorate for fall. Yeah, a lot of people do like one or the other. And I feel like, decorating for fall makes so much sense because you've got generally, depending on when you do it, you've got like September, October, November, you can keep your fall stuff up. And then if you decorate for winter, you can keep it up December, January, February, even into March a little bit, depending. Whereas if you're decorating for a holiday, that's generally like a month or so. Like Halloween, I would decorate in October, but I probably wouldn't carry it over much past that. That's just me. I don't know how other people are. Cindy, where are you moving to? That's so exciting. Moving's a lot of fun. Well, it's stressful and it's a lot of work, but it can be so exciting to be in a new home, a new place. It's like a new adventure, right? Just going to clean up some of that glue on the side. And then we're going to put our final piece down. And I am loving how this is looking. So even though the paint color I chose doesn't really match per se any of these, I'm kind of okay with that. I sort of like how it then shows these off so nice. Now, again, you could add like some white in here. You could do some highlights or whatever. You could maybe do a little antiquing, put a little bit of dark on here. I feel like I like it the way it is. I'm debating putting a little bit of blue on here. I'm going going to try just a little and see. I can wipe it off if I don't like it. Oh, yeah, I think I am. I'm going to put just a little, not a lot, just, as if we're antiquing it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. That kind of ties in the other color, ties in the base color with what we have here. So I'm just going to put a little on the edges. Nothing crazy, not even all of it, just a little bit. Just pull that in. And we're really precise here. Now I've got my finger working for me. And all right, I think I like that. I think that just kind of gives a little bit. Oh, how nice. Okay, so it sounds like maybe you've got like some land that you're building on, maybe? Sounds wonderful. Well, good luck to you. That it sounds like it's going to be absolutely fabulous, which is so much fun, especially if you get to plan it and, create what it is you're really wanting. I love that. That is so much fun and so exciting. We have been in I still call it our new house, but we've been here, I think we're going on 4 years, 4.5 years now. Um, but it's still fun. We were in our other house for like 14 years. So it was a lot of fun when we moved and, new neighborhood and new home and all of the excitement of that. But I guess not technically new anymore. All right, now I'm just gonna fluff this up a little bit. I'm gonna stick this one back on. Sometimes I find that done is better than perfect. Like part of me is like, oh, I should put a new bow on it and get some, like jute and make it all fancy and put a fancy one on and all the things, which I totally could. But then I'm like, am I going to really get it done? Like right now, I can finish it and then it's ready to go. It's ready to be put up. So that is what I'm going with. But you could totally do something fancier. And you could even change your mind. I might do something fancier later. But for right now, we are going to tie this off and be done with it. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And just like that, we have our pumpkin. So something a little different today. We didn't do it in our art journal. Now you could do the same kind of technique in your art journal. You could draw out a pumpkin and create sections out of your stickers and glue them down and do a very similar thing in your art journal. But today I just wanted to do this fun little craft, quick and easy for little home decor, little dimension going on there, which I love. I love these sections that they're raised up. And then you could also even paint the backside if you wanted to. You could paint something different on there and have, two separate ones. But that said, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Let me pop myself back up so I can say goodbye. Okay, so here is our pumpkin. Isn't that fun? Oh, well, I've already lost the bow on it. Hot glue will take care of that, but I should have known better. I was just using my other adhesive, but there we go with the bow. And that'll be perfect to throw up on my wall, to put with a wreath. There's so many different things you could do with it. So I hope this inspires you to make something of your own, whether for your home, in your art journal, on a canvas, whatever it might be. And if you do, please tag me in it. You can tag Inner Journey Studios or Michelle Boardman. I would love to see what you create. It always just tickles me when you all tag me and I can see what you're making. It's so much fun. And I love it when you do what I do. And I love it when you take what I did and it inspires you to do something totally different with your own flair, your own flavor to it. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe or follow whatever channel you're on. Thumbs up, hearts, subscribe, follow, friend, all of the above. So much going on, right, on social media, depending on where we are. So anyhow, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of October. Stay warm and cozy. Get out that hot cocoa and apple cider and start to enjoy this beautiful fall weather. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.